Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always. What are we exploring today?
Today, we're heading to the energetic streets of Tokyo, but not for the skyscrapers or the bustling Shibuya crossing.
Ah, I see. We're diving into those vibrant Tokyo festivals, the Matsuri, right?
You got it. We'll uncover what makes them tick, what to expect, and how to really soak it all in if you're lucky enough to experience one firsthand.
That sounds fascinating. Tokyo is a captivating blend of modern and ancient, so I can only imagine how that plays out in their festivals.
Exactly. Whether you're prepping for a trip or just love exploring cultures from around the world, get ready to be amazed.
Let's do it.
All right, first up, let's set the scene with one of Tokyo's most famous, the Sanja Matsuri. It's held in Asakusa, a historic district known for its traditional charm.
Right, I've seen some pictures. Lively parades with those incredible portable shrines, the Mikushi.
They're huge, carried by dozens of people parading through the streets.
Now, I know a lot of festivals have parades, but what makes Sanja Matsuri special?
Well, it's dedicated to the three founders of Sensuji Temple, which is a major landmark in Asakusa, so it's deeply rooted in the history and beliefs of the area.
Makes sense. A blend of history, religion, and just pure festive energy.
And don't forget the food. You'll find all those classic Japanese street food favorites like takoyaki and yakisoba.
Oh man, I love takoyaki. Those little octopus balls are just irresistible.
Me too. Okay, moving on. Get ready for a truly spectacular sight, the Sumidagawa Fireworks Festival. It's held on the last Saturday of July.
Fireworks over the Sumida River? That sounds incredible.
It is. Picture this. A summer night sky illuminated by thousands of fireworks reflecting off the water.
I bet that draws massive crowds.
It does. It's actually one of Japan's oldest fireworks displays, dating back to the Edo period.
Wow, so it's steeped in history too.
Oh, absolutely. It started as a way to honor the spirits of those who had passed away during famines and plagues. But today, it's more of a celebration of pyrotechnic artistry.
So is it like a competition?
It is. Rival pyrotechnic groups go head-to-head to create the most breathtaking displays.
I can only imagine the level of skill and precision involved.
It's mind-blowing. They use special firework types like warimono, which explode into beautiful flower shapes. And then there are the star mine fireworks, which create these amazing trails of light that streak across the sky.
I'd love to see that in person someday.
You and me both. Okay, time to switch gears a bit. Let's talk about the Kanda Matsuri. This one takes place in May and is considered one of the three great Shinto festivals of Tokyo.
I've heard of Shinto, but could you give a quick explanation for those who aren't familiar?
Of course, Shinto is an indigenous religion of Japan that emphasizes harmony with nature and reverence for spirits called kami.
Got it. So how does that connect to the Kanda Matsuri?
Well, the festival honors the deities enshrined at Kanda Myojin Shrine. It's a pretty grand procession with hundreds of people carrying those Mikoshi shrines through the streets.
Ah, so the portable shrines are back.
They're a big part of many Shinto festivals. And at the Kanda Matsuri, you'll also see people in traditional costumes, musicians playing ancient instruments, and a lot of chanting and rituals. It's like stepping back in time.
Wow, it sounds like a truly immersive cultural experience, a real window into the heart of Shinto beliefs.
Absolutely. Now, another grand procession you shouldn't miss is the Sano Matsuri.
Okay, how does this one differ from the Kanda Matsuri? They both sound pretty spectacular.
They are, but the Sano Matsuri has its own unique flavor. It's held in mid-June every other year, and it's all about showcasing the power and prestige of the Edo period, which was from the 17th to 19th centuries.
Oh, so it's like a historical reenactment of sorts?
Kind of. You'll
Yeah.
see these incredibly ornate palanquins, which are like fancy covered seats carried by poles. They're decorated with intricate carvings and silk banners.
And these are paraded through the streets.
Exactly. It's a visual feast. The palanquins, the costumes, the music. It all comes together to create a truly awe-inspiring spectacle.
I bet you need to get there early to get a good view.
You'd better believe it. Now, for our final festival, let's lighten things up a bit with the Asakusa Torino Ichi.
Torino Ichi. That name sounds familiar.
It might. It translates to Day of the Rooster and is held in November. It's essentially a huge fair store focused on good fortune and prosperity for the coming year.
Sounds right up my alley. I could use some extra luck.
Who couldn't?
Yeah.
The main attraction is the decorated bamboo rakes called kumade.
Rakes.
Yeah, they're adorned with all sorts of lucky charms and are believed to rake in good fortune, especially for businesses.
I've never thought of a rake as a lucky charm before.
It's unique. The Torino Ichi is a bustling, energetic affair with stalls selling everything from food and drinks to traditional crafts and, of course, those kumade.
Okay, all of these festivals sound amazing, but they're spread throughout the year. Any advice on planning a trip around them?
Definitely check the dates well in advance because they can vary. Some festivals last several days, while others are just one evening.
And I bet it's wise to book accommodations early, especially for the popular ones.
Absolutely. Tokyo gets packed during festival season. Oh, and another essential tip. Dress comfortably.
Right, you'll be doing a lot of walking and standing.
Exactly. So comfortable shoes are a must. And light clothing, because even in the cooler months, you can work up a sweat in those crowds.
Speaking of crowds, any tips on navigating them?
The key is to arrive early to secure a good viewing spot, especially for things like the fireworks or the parades.
Makes sense. But even with good planning, you're bound to encounter some crowds. Any advice for handling that?
Patience is key. Remember, everyone's there to enjoy the festivities. It's all part of the experience.
And I bet a little politeness goes a long way too, especially in a culture that values respect.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about getting around Tokyo during these festivals. Public transportation is your best bet.
Right. Tokyo's train system is world-renowned.
It is. A JR Pass can be a great option if you plan on doing a lot of traveling. Or a Suica card, which is a rechargeable smart card.
Convenient. What about language barriers? Is that a concern?
Not really. Most signs have English translations, and in my experience, people are generally helpful even if you don't speak Japanese.
That's reassuring. I've always found that a smile and a genuine effort to communicate can go a long way.
You're absolutely right. All right, before we wrap up, I want to touch on something really important. Being respectful of local customs and traditions.
Couldn't agree more. These festivals are expressions of Japanese culture and spirituality, so being mindful is key.
Exactly. For example, always ask permission before taking photos, especially during religious ceremonies, and be aware of your surroundings.
Like not blocking pathways or disrupting rituals.
Right. And if you're not sure about something, don't hesitate to ask. Most locals are happy to share their knowledge and traditions.
I remember once at a smaller festival, a local explained the symbolism of a traditional dance to me. It was so insightful.
See, those kinds of interactions can really enrich your experience. And who knows, you might even make a new friend.
Definitely. These festivals are more than just events. They're opportunities to connect with a different culture on a deeper level.
So true. It's about immersing yourself in the atmosphere, being present, and appreciating the beauty and history around you.
It's like stepping into a different world.
That's a great way to put it. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have, from the lively Sanja Matsuri to the breathtaking Sumidagawa fireworks, and from the historical grandeur of the Kanda and Sanamatsuri to the unique charm of the Tori no Ichi.
Tengyo's festivals offer something for everyone.
They really do. And as our listeners plan their own festival adventures, I'd like to leave them with a thought. What role do you think festivals play in preserving cultural heritage in a world that's constantly changing?
That's a great question to ponder. I know I'm definitely feeling inspired to experience the magic of Tokyo's Matsuri firsthand.
Me too. It's been a fantastic deep dive.
Thanks for joining me. And to all our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, happy exploring.